Night Just Got Legit Retro Legends at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on Papa Brad's Gaming this Friday at the Metronome. There you go.
Get ready, gamers! Retro Legends is here, your ultimate destination for high-score battles, pinball wizardry, and classic arcade showdowns. Every week, we bring you the best in virtual pinball and classic arcade gaming, where you can compete for glory on live online leaderboards through iScored. You think you got what it takes? Step up and prove it. Because every Friday night we're throwing down with 2 legendary pinball tables and an all-time classic arcade game. And the best part, every giveaway and prize on this show will go straight to you, the gamers who are putting up and keeping the competition fierce. Because Retro Legends isn't just a show, it's a community, a place for arcade warriors to show up, compete, and keep that high score spirit alive. That's right, Friday night just got legit. And remember, choice in home arcade shows is good for everybody. More competition, more fun, more ways to level up your game. So hit that subscribe button, join the leaderboard, and let's make history, one high score at a time. This is Retro Legends.
Attack of the 25th century, but meanwhile Buck has discovered the flavors of Paul's new Buck Rogers Space Ice.
Buck, Killer Kane shrunk us all inside the computer.
Will Buck act now? He's through the lemonade and entered the pineapple flavor zone. Now the bubblegum jelly power base. He's found a star stick.
Find a star stick and you'll win 4 of these action figures.
Hello and welcome to Retro Legends.
Hey,
welcome to the show, NixReviews. Friday night just got legit. Glad to see you. How you doing? Man, I love your shirt. Can we see your shirt? Does it say
absolutely.
Pinball Wizard? That's pretty awesome. Check that out. That's awesome.
Oh, darn. There we go.
There we go.
The green screen.
It's green screening out, but it's pretty cool. Welcome to the show. We got StepsGaming here. What's happening, StepsGaming?
Hey!
Wow, I caught you drinking. Sorry.
He's a pinball wizard.
That's right. That's right, man. So how's everyone doing? I know we have had a crazy week of news, a lot of excitement, a lot of interesting opinions. StepsGaming, I heard you just got a Switch 2. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes.
Absolutely.
And we're going to shelve the Switch 2 conversation for later, but can you show us it? Look at that. You got it in your hands.
Look at the screen, though.
Look
it's
at
like
that
huge.
bad boy.
Hands on. Saying, yep, of course, a little flashback commercial there from Buck Rogers.
And then look at that. Yeah, look at that. It's freaking, that little toy. Absolutely. That thing looks premium, Steph.
If you're not subscribed, go subscribe to NixReviews. When he gets to 500, we're going to throw a party here on Retro Legends. So if you're not subscribed to Nix, go drop him a sub. I'd like to say welcome everyone to the Retro Legends Arcade. We've had a really great week of score chasing. We've seen scores going up and down all week. Welcome to the show, Sacro, and congratulations on your being number 1 in Flipper Friends for Pinball HD, Legends HD.
Right
on. Welcome to the show, Saiyan Spirits. Welcome, Calvin Wong. Welcome, Mikey Yoon. Good to see everyone. People are trickling in. And so anyway, what was it like standing in that line? Was it a pretty long line to get your Switch 2, Steps?
I did the GameStop route.
Okay.
And GameStop, you had to be there for the 3 p.m.
Uh-huh.
pre-order. So they did theirs weird. They didn't say just come at midnight and pay for it. They said you come at 3 p.m. and you pay for it, and then you come back at midnight. So
I come back at midnight to pick it up, huh?
Correct. And they said, oh, it'll be really quick. You'll just go pick it up. So I got there at like 12:45 or so, and I got in line, and there was about, I think, 15 people or so ahead of me, and they came out maybe an hour or two into my wait, and they're like, we have 30 of the Mario Kart bundles and 16 that don't have any game. So it was like a total of like 46. And I think there was probably at that point about 55 people in line. So not everybody would have got one, or some of those people might have been just hanging out with people. So a lot of people ended up getting one. Of course, I had my choice. I got the Mario Kart one because why not save the $50 on the Mario Kart? Only con is it's not physical, but whatever. I'll save $30 to take the digital. So I did, and but I had to go back at midnight. And when I got there, the line was all the way down the strip mall, all the way to Walmart.
But you got one, right? You didn't get two of them. Now you only got one, right? Did you get two of them?
There's a total of 3 in this house.
3 Switch 2s?
Yes.
You bought 3 Switch 2s at once.
No.
Wow.
No, I pre-ordered one from Walmart with no game because that's the one I ended up grabbing somehow when P-Dubs posted the link a while back, and I got it. And I said, I knew only getting one was not going to work because my son's 14, and I was like, if I get a Switch 2 and I play that, and I tell my Nintendo obsessed son that I have a Switch 2 and you don't, that's really kind of a jerk. That's a really jerk move. What kind of parent would do that? So I was like, okay, this one has to go to the kid. So let's see if I could get another one. And there wasn't really any other ability for me to pre-order. So I went to GameStop and just waited in line. And I got one. And then my nephew got in line probably about 10 people behind me. And my nephew got one. So he got the last bundle that they had of the 30. So yeah.
Okay. So we're going to shock you. We're going to start off talking about the hottest news of the week. The hottest news of the week. And guess what the hottest news is? Mortal
Kombat coming to console, and
that is pretty hot news.
Up anymore?
No, the hottest news is we're going to have Harry Potter Pinball. Let's take a look.
Oh, okay.
Dear students, you have been accepted to a special place where every flicker of light holds a mystery waiting to be discovered. Return to Hogwarts and reignite the magic. Relive iconic scenes from all 8 Harry Potter films and take to the Quidditch pitch to become the ultimate pinball wizard. Explore the castle and uncover its secrets. Shop Diagon Alley for wizarding whimsicals. Brew potent potions in the school dungeons. And learn challenging spells that will aid you in your journey. But take heed. Danger lurks beyond the school grounds. Wands ready. Prepare to defend yourself against the dark arts. A magical world of adventure awaits. Will you rise to the challenge and become a hero of Hogwarts? The wizarding world is at your fingertips. Master the magic. Wow.
So what'd you think of that, Stephs? It's pretty impressive, huh?
I think it's a good get for Jersey Jack. It looks like a license somebody more like CERN would pay for, you know. And but at the same token, it's a risk. And it's a risk
Yeah.
because it's targeting younger players, and there's not many
Yeah.
younger
But
pinball
if
players.
I think of properties, like, didn't you just go to Universal Studios and they have what 3 theme parks that have Harry Potter
Yeah.
as part of the major theme of 3 gigantic theme
and
parks.
that's the most popular area of each one of those parks.
So I think
So
this is a huge win. I mean,
it will get some
look
younger
at that
players.
table. Look at that table. It's incredible. Let me see if I can put us different. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's better.
Yeah,
Now
that
we're
would
the
be
side.
an amazing.
I mean,
table
look
to
at
play.
that table. I mean, I can't wait to get to check that one out. Now, of course, this would be the kind of thing I'd have to play on location, but pretty amazing. For me, this was my big news. I know the
Wow.
Switch 2 was your big news, and everyone can have some, but for me, the big news was that this Harry Potter table. I just think it's going to be a lot of fun to play, and I can't wait to check it out on location somewhere. So let me welcome a few more people to the chat. A lot of love. Good to see you. And if you haven't checked out Jabba's Game Hut, he's streaming Iron Meat. You've played that game, haven't you, Nix? NixReviews. You did some gameplay of Iron Meat.
Yeah, I've got a gameplay video up on my channel.
That's a fantastic retro game.
Oh yeah, it plays like Contra. If you love the Contra, you'll love this game. Plays really good.
So, are you a fan of the Harry Potter series, Steps? I know you do the theme park plunge, but is that a franchise you like, or are you kind of like, eh? Have you seen all the movies? Are you into it?
I've seen all the movies within the last year or two, and it was something I had to try to watch twice because the first time I watched them, I got bored on the third one, and I stopped watching them. And then I went back and I watched them again, and I enjoyed the third one, and then I kind of got hooked and started watching them all. I'm not a fan of J.K. Rowling's, but I love this. They're a fantastic work of art. The movies are phenomenal. I hate to see them being remade as a sitcom or whatever. I don't think they need to. They don't need to redo it. Leave the movies as they are. They're phenomenal. I've enjoyed Fantastic Beasts. I've seen the first 2; those are pretty good. I still need to watch the last one. I think that the story reaches all ages. What are you a Hufflepuff, Papa Brad? Do you know what?
No, I'm a Slytherin all the way, baby. I'm one of the bad guys. I'm Lord Voldemort.
I knew you weren't going to be.
Yeah, I'm definitely a Slytherin all the way. How about you? Are you a fan of the Harry Potter series at all, Nix? I don't know if you're into that at all.
No,
not really.
I haven't really watched those movies.
Not
I wasn't
really.
really into it when they were coming out, so I never really watched them.
Yeah, I kind of just have always liked it. I've always liked kind of the fantasy and the fantasy themes of that, And we're not going to talk about real pinball forever, but this is big news. Jersey Jack is kind of like the most expensive of the pinball machines. They have a giant screen on the back glass.
They're more expensive than Stern? Really?
Way more expensive. Like, this is like makes the Sterns look cheap. They're kind of like a premium brand for pinball. So for them to do Harry Potter is very exciting, at least for me as a pinball player. So for me, this is my hottest news of the week.
How much is a Harry Potter pinball? $20K?
$15,000 for that one that I was shown in the picture. So,
that's about as much as a Stern Premium.
Yeah, they're up there. So, but anyway, I'm excited about it. Do you remember which Harry Potter movie is this from? Do you know?
That's not from a Harry Potter movie.
Oh, I thought that was Harry Potter. I'm sorry. Next thing, let's go into AtGames news. It's time to talk about the June calendar. The June calendar. Look at this calendar. Look how barren it is. We got Future World and Soccer Kings. That's all that's on there, Steps. That calendar doesn't have much on it. Look at that. Future World and Soccer Kings is all that's on that calendar. And of course, we definitely want to see. We're still curious if whether or not we're going to get Tomb Raider, because if you look at the calendar, it doesn't have Tomb Raider on it. Now, Tomb Raider is supposed to come out on the 19th. On the 19th, it's supposed to come out. I did a poll on my channel. I did a quick stream about this, is Tomb Raider Pinball Pack coming to AtGames Legends 4KP on June 19th. My viewers said 58% said yes, so still generally optimistic, right? 58%. 41% said no. That's with 24 votes. As far as other AtGames pinball news, they're still talking about possibly getting the rare pack this month at some point. No specific date, but we might possibly see Killer Instinct and Battletoads. Back to the official announcements, we will definitely be getting Future World, which is exciting. Okay, but the big news, guess what? Guess what they just unleashed on us? They unleashed a banger. You know this table, don't you? What's this table?
Arabian Nights.
That's right, Tales of the Arabian Nights.
Okay.
So this is a huge announcement. Let me kick us to the side. Tales of the Arabian Nights was just announced. And the nice thing is they talked about the prices were going to change. They're keeping this one at $5. I see $5, so that means the Zen prices are the same. Here's another shot of some details for the Arabian Nights table. We're also going to get Future World. Now these went up. These went up $1. They're charging us $1 more for the Zaccaria table.
The Zaccaria tables are more expensive than the Zen tables?
They are more expensive, and they just raised them another $1, Steps. So it looks like this one is still marked at $5. I guess it's just the cost of doing business. I don't know, but they did an official announcement saying they were going to raise prices, but the Zen table's still $5, and this one they raised another $1. So that's the news with the tables. Now I do have some things to show besides that, so let me get this off the screen real quick. I'm actually going to show you Tales of the Arabian Nights on the AtGames. Let's check it out. I got something to show. Let's check this out. Oh yeah. Got the genie back there. Psyched for this one.
Great shot.
And they're saying this one is definitely coming out June 11th. So not that long. Next week, right? That is what? Next Wednesday. And Tales of the Arabian Nights is one of my all-time favorite pinball tables. That is a Williams classic. I mean, that is a fantastic...
I need to play it still.
That is a table that I can't wait to play. So that is definitely good news. You know, the last time I streamed, I said we really need some good news from AtGames because it was very depressing. And Tales of Arabian Nights. Are you a fan of that table, Nix?
Yeah, I've played it out in the wild and then played it digitally. It's a pretty challenging table with all the ramps and loops and the little spinning thing in the middle. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I love the table. I can't wait to get it. So that is good news. So we have the official announcement. Charlotta Love is super excited for us pinball geeks. Sometimes we say Toten. That's just an abbreviation for Tales of the Arabian Nights. Because I always saw that in pinball forums. Toten. What are they talking about? Tales of the Arabian Nights. So that's very exciting. I also have a video for a Zaccaria table we'll be getting. This is a real 1-minute video on the next Zaccaria table we're getting. Future World Deluxe. Let's check it out.
Jupiter's atmosphere. Pump up to 4 times. Amazing shot. All one is locked. Ready for the cosmic chase.
So there you go. June 12th. June 12th, Steps. The 11th, we get a Williams table, and on the 12th, we get... This is a good table. I've already played it because I have it on OTG through Steam, and I've already played the table. So this is a really sweet Zaccaria table. It's a lot of fun. So that's 2 great tables in 1 week. So that's a little touch of good news for AtGames. And I'm glad to see, after the last stream, I'm glad to see that we had some good news. Aren't you glad to hear some good news, Nix?
Oh, absolutely. Because, yeah, some of the last tables have been, not the greatest. And I'm just not a fan of Magic Pixel tables, to be honest. I love the Williams tables. And the
we love the Williams, but I'm telling you, this is one of the better ones. So check it out and see what you think of it.
So check it out.
It's funny because I got this Switch.
Jabba is a huge fan of. 1 second, Jabba's a huge fan of Magic Pixel, and he says this is one of the better deluxe tables. But he plays a lot of the Zaccaria tables. So go ahead, Steps. I'm sorry.
What I was gonna say is when I was watching that, I started messing with this controller, and I thought, wow, these programmable buttons that they put right in here on the Switch 2 Pro controller, this would be great to control the flippers.
The flippers,
right
like
side.
pinball, that would be good.
Because they're customizable, so I could program it for that, and I just thought, hey, it's a good layout for pinball.
And do you have a bunch of the tables already on the Switch? The only bad thing about the Switch is that the tables aren't compatible with the other. On the leaderboards, they don't link to the regular Zen leaderboards that Steam and PlayStation and Xbox use. I don't know why they have them separate, but that's just the way they did it. Hey, look who we got. Mikey J Productions, Games and More in the chat.
Mikey J.
Good to see Mikey J in the chat. So that's a little bit of good news from AtGames. Let me go back to my notes here. So next week's going to be a good week. Two tables. The question is still if we're going to get Tomb Raider, which has not been officially announced. But what has been announced for sure is Arabian Nights is coming.
Now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head all night, Papa Bread.
And the additional price adjustments, I think they kind of let the cat out of the bag. We saw that the Zen table was still $5, unless they changed that. But according to the artwork, it said $5. The Magic Pixel tables went up another $1. Flipper Friends, we just played this week. We played Godzilla, Xena, Shooting the Rapids Deluxe, Robot, and TX Sector. Next week's Flipper Friends tables will be Back to the Future, My Little Pony, Dinosaur Dynasty 2, Chack and Pop, and Al's Garage Band goes on a world tour. And so those are next week's tables for people that are playing AtGames. I'd like to give a super big shout out to someone that always watches our show, the #1 player for the Flipper Friends and the winner of last week's Sacro. Let's give him a massive shout out. Good job.
Good job, Sacro.
Fantastic job.
Right on.
Let's see. Yes, that's what I thought. It was weird not to announce the Tomb Raider table when all the other... when they did have other things in the calendar, but they didn't have anything from Zen. So
Juneteenth is a holiday too. Some places, some people are off work.
What day is that?
Is it a Thursday or?
Yes, Thursday 19th. It's Thursday.
The 19th. Okay.
So it's in the middle of the week. So.
Oh, people have some pinball machines to play. It ought to be fun. So. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Let me go back to my notes. Okay, this all changed since I did this because they just announced this news literally like maybe a couple hours ago. So weekly shout outs. I'm going to do some quick shout outs. We're going to go over the Flipper Friends results from last week. This week we don't have any Zen table or Zaccaria tables. There's no new tables coming out to AtGames this week. We talked about the Flipper Friends, what we played, and what was coming out. I'm going to go ahead and pull up. This is the Flipper Friends tournament. I'm just going to shout out a couple friends that watch the show, that are always watching the show. Give them a little shout out real quick. I got to switch to Where is it? Right here. Okay. Shout out to Mad Ben Hand, #1 player, winner of Flipper Friends for the 4KP. Real Creamer, Skull Joe, Chilada Love, lots of wizards. We got Spartacus, we got Soggy Bacon, Pinball Wizard 2023. Wyo, congratulations. Papa Brad comes in 13. We got Ballydern watches, he's 15th. Dave LB, Retrotech X. Look at that. We always go back and forth. Me and Retrotech, we got a friendly rivalry. A lot of times he beats me, sometimes I beat him. I beat him this week, though. 13th, he got 18th. Congratulations. Looking for some other friends in the chat. We got T. McCloskey from Arcade Talk, of course, our Arcade Talk channel. Give him a subscribe. He's in 31st. Let's see if we see anyone else on here. Okay. So just a couple shout-outs to people playing Flipper Friends. And that covers that. Hey, look who we got joining us. Welcome to the stream, Biggie D.
Biggie D!
I have an echo. Do you have your sound on?
Somebody's got the video streaming in the background.
Do you have it open on your computer, Biggie D? Let me check. Let me check something. Biggie D, he has it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's got it streaming in the background.
So let me get this off the screen here. Okay, let's try bringing him in. Hey, Biggie D.
13th, you got 18th.
You got an echo. Can you hear me, Biggie D?
You got T. McCloskey from Arcade Talk, of course.
What's he doing?
Arcade Talk channel. You have to subscribe. He's in 31st.
Is this a joke?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, there we go. We got like an echo. Do you have it on the TV or something?
Yeah, he's got to close the YouTube.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? Can y'all hear me?
It's going good. Yeah, we got like an extra sound. Check.
We can hear you streaming, Papa Brad.
We can hear you streaming the show.
That's my bad.
Yeah, okay, but it's like, see, that's crazy because you could actually hear the delay. You could hear like the 10 seconds or 15 seconds of delay. Pretty crazy. Well, welcome to the show, Biggie D. Good to see you. How you doing, bud?
Okay, I can hear y'all now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
How you doing, Biggie D?
Pretty good. How are you? Sorry.
I'm doing well. We had a little bit of a rough start there, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the stream, Mad Ben Hand. He's saying hello to Chilada Love.
I see who's most important. Biggie D. He gets moved to the top.
Hey, he just came in, Steps. I'm just trying to give everyone a little respect. Give everyone a chance, right?
You moved Jeff down, Nick's down here to the bottom.
Nick's will get his chance to talk. We're gonna have a lot of discussions tonight.
I started at the bottom. Now I'm here. Still here.
You almost came at the perfect time. We're almost through all the AtGames news. You almost came at the perfect time because I know how much you love talking about AtGames.
I've been listening in the background too, so I've been kind of hearing what you guys have been talking about already.
This is why you're late.
We covered the Flipper Friends tournaments. These are the tournaments for next week. Next week is My Little Pony, Back to the Future, which is great. That's a great table. Dinosaur Dynasty 2, Check and Pop, World Tour. Of course, we just finished playing Xena, Warrior Princess, which was exciting.
Great table.
By the way, Nix, I'd like to give a little shout out to NixReviews. He did a fantastic video on the Xena table. And can you talk a little bit about your video, Nix? Make you full screen, blow you up. Hold on.
Absolutely. I walk you through the table and show you how to go through the modes and complete them. And pretty much it's a very challenging table.
Talking about this video right here?
Yes. That video right there. It will punish you, especially on the slingshots. So that's where the ball outs happen. And in this game, it's crucial to get your kickbacks. And the game gives you the opportunity to do that very easily. But you always want to make sure you have your kickbacks to extend your gameplay. Else you're going to end up balling out all three balls really quickly if you don't do that. And so definitely check this video out, and it'll walk you through, and you'll be scoring those high scores in no time.
Absolutely. Because this is the video I watched. I'd really improved my score. I did way better after watching this video. I also watched Chill Out of Love was streaming it, and between the two of you, I just got my personal best on the table that I've ever gotten. So I'd like to thank you for taking the time to make those strategy videos, because I think that's great for the community. And I really did, I was kind of lukewarm on this table, but after playing, I really did fall in love with it playing this week. It's a really great, fun table. It's a mission-based table. Have you played this
relaxing.
one? Biggie D, what do you think about Xena here? I know you have some opinions on Xena.
Xena's my favorite of all the FX VR pinball. That's my favorite one. I just think it has like that Lord of the Rings feel, that fantasy feel to it.
It does. It feels like you're on a story.
Yeah, and it's got real character art. Like it's the actual characters' faces. So they got the license for that. So I thought that was nice. I'd like to see more tables like that are outside of like the Williams. I'd like to see Marvel would be great. And then even some of the other movies they've done. They did a Walking Dead table, didn't they, at one point?
Yeah. They did do a Walking Dead table.
Yeah, that's on the classics for the VR.
And they did a Doom. They did a Doom pinball.
The FX3, some of the FX3 tables, yes, but there's still, there's a lot of things Zen's going to be doing. Hopefully we get Back to the Future soon for the Pinball FX VR, because it's not on Pinball FX VR yet.
Yeah, to fill out that room, because there's only 3 tables in that Universal.
But like I said, Big ED, you came at just about the perfect time. We're just winding up the AtGames news segment, so welcome to the show. Glad you're here.
Yeah, so not much in regards to AtGames news right now. They still haven't announced anything on Zen.
Yes, they have. They have Tales of the Arabian Nights is coming next week.
Oh, okay.
And they're dropping a really good Zaccaria table. So there was a little bit of good news. There was a little spark of light there, which was great.
Zaccaria?
And still we don't know about Tomb Raider. I mean, they said it was going to come out on the 19th for all platforms. But
Tales of Arabian Nights, that's a great
Tales of the Arabian Nights is a great table. It's coming out on AtGames. Oh, that's Future World. This one
that one they'll have to do a really good job of making it feel 3D, because a lot of the runs on that and everything are plastic.
You've got like the lamp and the genie. You got the Bash toy. Yeah. But they've done a great job with the Williams table, so I have a good feeling about this one, coming out.
How does World Cup Soccer play on
I love
AtGames?
It plays great. I love it.
Okay.
I love World Cup Soccer.
Okay.
It plays really good. But it's time to say hello, and I got to plug my sponsors. My sponsor for this show, that's right, it's my first Necronomicon. You can summon some fun. Now with 3 creepy catchphrases, like Klaatu, Parada. Oh, we better not say that. It's the Evil Dead. You don't want to say it. You don't want to say it. Thanks to the sponsor of my first Necronomicon. So now we're ready to really talk about the important news. Biggie D, now that you're here, that was the warm-up. We're ready for the hottest news of the week. Now that you're here, we can cover the hottest news of the week. You ready to cover the hottest news?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Here we go. We're going to start throwing up this picture. Tell me about this picture, Biggie D. What is this I'm looking at?
This is Basic Fun. This is a toy company that makes common toys for children. They're getting into the business to making home arcades, like 3/4 scale or even larger. They're going to make a XXL version, which is bigger than even the Pac-Man XL from Arcade 1-Up. So these are going to have licensed artwork, licensed games. There's going to be multiple titles on each cabinet. You're also going to get
we're back.
Coin doors on the XXL, which is the Supreme. Like the premium features on the Supreme. They haven't said, I don't think, on controls yet exactly what those are going to be.
Hey, look, there's Biggie D's Arcade. Geez, these are going to be must-buys.
Yes.
There you are, Biggie D. Look at that. These are must-buys.
Showing this?
Look at they shilling it. That's why I wanted Biggie D to announce it, because he knows all the facts. Tell us which games come with Centipede. We got Centipede, Tempest, Asteroids Deluxe. What is that? Probably
you got
Crystal
this
Castles.
James Hates Everything stream.
Yep, I sure did. Lunar Lander, Gravatar. So there you go. You got this atrocity here. Look at that.
looks just like the arcade 1-up, but they cut off the bottom.
It's like they chopped the arcade 1-up in half, huh?
It's the arcade 1-up countercade.
They just buy arcade 1-up.
They chopped it in half.
And it's got the spinner, but that's not going to be a very good one. You're going to have to replace that. And then there's a bunch of buttons. I don't know why it has, 5?
Why does it have all the buttons across the front like that? That's a weird setup for controls.
Okay. I got a question. Is Biggie D going to be shilling these?
Oh my God.
Biggie D, are you going to be shilling these?
Shill them. I'm just going to judge them for what they are.
He's going to talk about them, I'm sure. We're all going to talk about them, right?
You have a relationship with Basic Fun. You were joking when you said these are going to be a must-buy.
No, they will be. I think they're going to be a must-buy. Think about how long it's been since we've had one of these.
It's a must-buy from Biggie D.
What, a year since we've gotten a new arcade this size, this kind of setup, and with a licensed and artwork and all that.
Okay, I just want to know where you stand. I think you just made it clear, so we're okay. We're good. Thank you, Biggie D.
So,
these are going to be hot ticket items come Christmas. You watch; these things are going to sell great. People are going to be excited. You're going to see a lot of live streams, unboxings. You're going to see a lot of reviews. This is going to be huge for YouTube, huge for the community, because we haven't had anything like this, like I said, in a year.
Oh, we've had it before.
Yeah.
But think about the excitement there was around the community a year ago.
How much died off? I sold.
Okay, we'll give everyone a quick little chance to talk. Biggie D, what do you think of the Basic Fun announcements, just in general? In general, what do you think of this?
I think it's really exciting news. I think it's great for the community. I think it's great for home arcade. Look for these to be anywhere from $200 for that countercade up to $600 for the Supreme. These are going to have multiple games, licensed artwork, licensed games list with a ton of really great classic arcade games. So just get ready, guys. It's coming.
It's coming. Let's go. It's let's go time. Okay, how about you, Steps Gaming? What do you think about these? I'll flash a few of them up while you're talking. What do you think about these cabinets?
I think that the Tempest looks like it's cut off from the original arcade 1-up. I think they look like an arcade 1-up, like with less features than what they had most recently. Atari, that Centipede looks just like the Centipede cab arcade 1-up did.
Yep.
To me, just look at
looks
the
like the exact same thing. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look any different. The WrestleFest is a new license we haven't seen. We have yet to see if they get all the wrestlers. What's going to happen if they aren't able to sign?
She's talking about
Demolition,
right
I think, is in that game. What if they can't get Demolition, or what if they can't get Big Boss Man?
What are they already confirmed? They have all the fighters.
They signed every single one.
Yes.
Oh, that's good news. I'm happy about that. Then
that's a big accomplishment, right?
Yeah.
One would think that was because remember John D said we will never ever be able to get WrestleFest. That would be impossible. That would be impossible to get.
He could never do it, but I do know it was difficult.
WWE owns the rights to all the wrestlers, so it's not a matter of getting.
Wait, which one is it? The 2-player?
To sign on. It's just getting a deal with WWE.
Is it the
right?
2-player
They
one?
had to alter it to WWE. They couldn't make.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be a couple different ones. There's this one, and then there's this one.
There's a Centipede, and then there's a Tempest.
Well, there's a 4-player and a 2-player WrestleFest.
It looks like it.
So one is going to be the Ultra, I think it is, and then they have the Supreme. The Supreme is like the big one, the XL.
They're not going to call it the XXL.
No, they're going to call it.
Do you know the prices, Biggie D? What are the prices on these mugs?
I think the one on the left. This is both 4-player here. So this would be the XL, which is going to be the Supreme. This will probably be $600.
$600. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to hit all the home arcade.
Do you have a
news.
personal relationship with the Basic Fun?
I do not.
Okay.
This is me just speaking as like a consumer, as a fan.
Okay.
Cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be huge, like I said, for everyone in home arcade. And just think, like, they may actually do quality controls. We haven't heard yet, I don't think. Like, what if they do like Sandwall style controls?
Okay.
And you have like the full games list. You've got all the fighters. You've got everything you want. If you've wanted this game, this title. why not get it? You know,
So
it's
we
only
heard
$600.
from you. We heard
you.
from you. We heard from Steps. Let's let Nix have it just for a little bit by himself. Let's not interrupt him. What do you think about the basic fun announcements, Nix?
Oh, you're gonna find when you get these in your hand, like they use the same manufacturer as Arcade One Up. It looks exactly like it. That WrestleFest looks like a Blitz cabinet, like the 4-player cabinet exactly, like one for one spitting image. It's just reskinned, and yeah, monitor probably crap out like my Blitz cabinet. Monitor crapped out, like the thing's gonna fall apart. That's what I think is gonna happen with it. It was a license I would have maybe considered when I was into buying home arcades, but I learned my lesson. A multi-cade is the way to go. You just need one damn machine.
One machine to rule them all. That's right.
But what if you're a huge WWF fan? Like you grew up loving WrestleMania and you love. I love
that arcade game. I played that real machine in the arcade back then. I loved it to death. I pumped in 10 rolls of quarters in that darn thing. But the thing is, I don't need to have the arcade machine sitting in my physical space. I can just play it on my multi-cade if I want to play it. If I want to feel a little bit of nostalgia one day, I don't need it 24/7.
Okay,
you know what I mean,
I can basically.
13 machines I had. I got rid of.
He had 13 machines. I had about 8 or 9 arcade 1-ups, and I went down to like 1. So I can definitely sympathize.
For like $300, you know, on a closeout at Walmart.
It's the space they take up. But anyway,
well, these they don't have risers.
Takes up too much space.
Okay, so now it's Papa Brad's turn, and I prepared
they're taller
something.
than what you're thinking too.
Here we go. This is what Papa Brad thinks. It's coming. Can you imagine if we got WrestleFest with all the official characters? If we could only have WrestleFest, man, that would be such an amazing thing for home arcade if we could just play WrestleFest. Well, look at that. Something brand new. We haven't seen the WrestleFest before. We haven't seen it. It's not like we can't play it with half controls. If we only had some way, if I only had some way to play WrestleFest, I would be so happy. How about Battle Pod? Oh man, they gotta make a Battle Pod. Basic fun. WrestleFest. Look, we've been playing it this whole time. This is not news. There should be no FOMO. This game has been out forever. Old game. This forever. It's nothing new. Nothing new, man. Nothing new. Have 100 ways to play it. I mean, I know that Steps has a WrestleMania cabinet, don't you, Steps?
Retromania, yeah, the Retromania.
You have like the modern Retromania iArcade cabinet, and you can play the actual WrestleFest game 100% legit with the real ROM with all the real characters.
It's on there.
Yeah,
it is. I had about 10 of those machines. I couldn't even walk in my room. One of the reasons why I went and bought a Switch 2 on release day was just because I was like, you know what? This is a better way for me to spend my money, but I can't judge people. Like Biggie D still likes the arcades. If Biggie D wants
go for it.
That's not what this is about.
I'm excited for him.
It's the company we're talking about.
I mean, I already have the iArcade, the Retromania Wrestling, so I don't really need the WrestleFest, but I'm really excited for the people that are getting it. It actually makes my iArcade WrestleMania a little bit better now because I can put WrestleFest on it. Feel like I have everything everyone else has.
Well, that's why I made the comment. Like it's just too late. Like it would have been a great.
It's too late. The ship has sailed
to an arcade. So the people that are still having the arcades, this is my point, that have the arcades, this will be a great addition to your home arcade because it's.
Did it go anywhere?
You wanted this a long time ago, right? So this is going to be a great addition to your arcade if you have a home arcade.
Wait.
Absolutely.
Did you picture the box?
Yeah, right here.
It's the same size as
but yes, Mikey, and the excitement for me is gone.
Where did you get this photo from?
Man, off the internet. They're all over the place. Just do a Google image search.
Just do a Google image.
Really, I enjoy
basic fun, and you'll find that.
You'll find all kinds of good stuff.
That was one of the most fun things about the arcade one. Was just building them. It's like a little Lego project during COVID.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely it helped the home arcade hobby take off because we were all locked in our rooms basically, and I mean, did they
Well,
miss
not
the fad?
anymore.
Is it going to be too late? I mean, is the excitement gone?
But look, Biggie
Is
D's
it too
obviously
late?
excited still. He's
He's
got
still
all these home
excited. Well, that's
arcades
good.
behind him. They're actually home arcade products. I was talking about 19K Fox earlier tonight. He's got real arcades behind him, and he's talking about basic fun. It's like, you don't want that basic fun in your
Arcade
real
Talk,
arcade.
by the way,
Yeah,
shout
home
out to
arcade is
Arcade Talk.
back.
He's getting rid of his arcade one up Pac-Man. He's purging another
right,
arcade
you don't
one
need a
up.
Pac-Man.
No, just
You
wait,
need a
guys. Just wait.
WrestleFest
When this
to
first
get in
one
there.
drops, the videos are going to be like crazy. The reviews, the streams. There's going to be like 4 or 5 hour long streams every night where people
Every
are
night. We need
unboxing
5.
these.
We need a whole week of
They're
WrestleFest
turning them on
streams.
for the first time, and these aren't online, so it's going to be back to how it was in like 2018, 2019, where everyone's just sharing it on their YouTube. And
But fighting games where you can't play online, how much replay value does that have, Steps? Where you can't play a 2-player game, a fighting game.
I
You
mentioned
can't
that
play a
in my
multi.
stream
You just
today
talked about that, Steps.
because 19K Fox's video, that's the one I listened to because I was like, I need to listen to at least one video before I talk about this. He was saying how online wasn't important and he doesn't care about online. And for me, I do care about online, but at the same point, yeah, I could get on a console, I could get on Steam, I could play online. But a fighting game without online gets boring real quick because you're just gonna walk right through it. It has no real
Replay value is not there.
So that's why I kind of like it. But like, if you had people over all the time and had different people coming over to actually play,
That's true.
that's a different
That's true.
story.
And the thing is a difference, right? There's a difference, Biggie D, between paying like $600 or $700 and $300. There's a big difference, isn't there?
oh yeah, like
You want to get them on sale.
games,
Like
you'll
you always
see
were
people rush
covering.
out.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to click on the right one. You always were good at showing when the cabinets went on sale. Like every
Yes.
arcade one up I bought, I think a lot of them were from either you or Arcade Talk saying they were on sale. So if you're going to buy these things, they do go on sale, right?
Yes, absolutely. So that's important part is, don't rush out and
Get
get
the
these
deals.
as soon as they go on sale. As soon as you can get a pre-order on these, don't do that.
Get the
Wait
deals
like
if you
3
do want to
months.
get one.
Wait till around Black Friday. Get them for like $200, $300. Happens every year, especially with a new product like this that's just coming out for the first time. Expect like Christmas time for these to be $200-$300 off. So do not pay full price. Absolutely
Do
not.
not pay full price ever, and don't pre-order. Do not pre-order these.
Yeah. Now,
these
I mean, unless
particle
you
board
want to have it
arcades.
first, if you absolutely have to have it, then go pay for it. But you're
You're
going to
going to definitely overpay, though. You're like you said, you're going to pay a premium. I mean, fool me once. What's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I mean, these things always get cheaper if you wait.
This looks like Arcade One Up like 2.0.
Yes.
It's like did they buy
Arcade One Up
It's the same
2.0.
it's the same
Arcade One Up
manufacturer.
2.0.
Same,
We're just gonna rifle
factory.
through the pictures.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
exactly. It has to be.
that factory's making Basic Fun, Arcade One Up, and Iconic Arcade.
Yes.
Boy,
Are all three of these companies the same company, just in disguise?
Well, you would think so, because like if you look up the headquarters for Basic Fun, they're just right down the street from Arcade One Up in the Miami area.
yeah.
So
And
I thought that they were connected somehow.
here's
But
another.
evidently they're two different companies. and
Here's
they want us to believe
another
that.
point to me is
Arcade One Up didn't pay Atari, so they made a second company to go buy the Atari
Maybe.
license.
Who knows? That's a good
Atari will go,
conspiracy
okay.
A
thought.
bunch of tax stuff that they can do.
a bunch of tax stuff. But anyway, Mikey J Productions has a good point. The thing I just played the WrestleFest when I made that video, and you can just quarter your way through the whole game. It's a lot like Turtles. You just throw the quarters in. Yeah, you can just quarter your way through the whole game. So, like when you have infinite quarters, it kind of like, to me, I don't know. Is this?
It's more about the characters and just the
nostalgia of the original
of
wrestlers,
characters
the
and-
classic wrestlers and the characters.
And that you're
Okay.
fighting with them, and it's got some really good ones.
Yeah.
And just the style too, like the art style of the characters. They're kind of like in that Double Dragon kind of look. It's cool looking. I like it.
So what do you think about this, Biggie D? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Are you excited for this? What are you excited for that?
They don't have anything coming, as far as I know.
That's pretty exciting, isn't it?
That's why I thought Arcade One Up had sold like some of the rights off to Basic Fun, but evidently, according to James Hates Everything, that's all not true, and that it's actually all coming through their like own license. Like they're not working with Arcade One Up at all.
Are the nails in the coffin for Arcade One Up? I mean,
did
they just lose Mortal Kombat?
There's no way they're not involved because they have a patent on the design of the cabinet that everybody's using. Somehow,
well, according to James Hates Everything and his inside source,
yeah,
you know he has an inside source now.
You talking about James?
Yeah, everything.
This guy here?
Yeah, yeah.
That's him. Okay.
Everything and everyone has to understand that whatever that inside source says goes. You know, there is nothing else. That is everything.
What do you think about that? Do you think these companies should have inside sources where they just, or you think it should be like they should just tell everyone at once?
I mean, they can do whatever they want.
David McIntosh is in charge of it for all of them, apparently, because they're all doing the same thing. I don't get it. Like, why is there 3 companies making the same exact thing?
Wait a minute, Steps. What about this? We got this coming too.
That's an Arcade One Up as well.
Now that's the one that I told
these are
everyone
all
to get their
Arcade
money
One Up,
back
so
on.
just different names on them. It's just the same thing with a different name slapped on it.
It is. That's
the same exact thing,
but the
with a different name on it.
Be the most like what Arcade One Up was doing. This is going to be mainstream. It's going to be in all the stores. There's going to be plenty of inventory, more than enough stock at any given time. So just look for Basic Fun this holiday season. Now, Iconic Arcade, I've been telling people to get their money back.
Who's your source,
for a month or so. I even got ridiculed on Super Game Room dudes for telling people, get your money back. But now look, now they're out.
No cab in sight.
Money,
looking at October, maybe October, right? Maybe October. But they have your money. Now they collected the second half of the money.
Who knows if it will ever get made?
Well, it's just like Wonderland Amusements, right?
Okay.
People took their money too.
Biggie D, who's your source with Basic Fun? Because you're
Fun?
talking very positively about Basic Fun. You're saying these are going to be readily available. These are going to be here. You sound just like I just turned on Michael B. the Game Genie. So, So who's your source and who's telling you what to say?
Oh, I'm just. This is all just information, public information.
Just public information.
According to James and the inside source.
Okay. So James Hates Everything is your source.
James Hates Everything. Yeah, is everyone's source.
Is everyone's source.
Yeah.
So
subscribe to James Hates Everything.
He just comes in and just takes over the home arcade community.
Yeah, he's got it all. He's got the full scoop on the entire. Basic Fun, what they're doing, inside images of what these cabinets look like, boxes, dimensions, everything. He's asking questions, he's answering, he's getting it to us. So I heard most of what I know on his Monday night stream.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Biggie D? What do you think about this here?
Now that is, I talked about that last Sunday on my stream.
What do you think about this?
That is G.I. Joe's wooden box.
Let's kick us to the side. You call it the wooden box.
The wooden box, yeah. Because essentially all you're getting are the side panels, the kick plate, the speaker grill area. That's really all you're getting. The game deck is that's an Intech gaming deck from Amazon.
I've seen those before. I've seen those game decks.
Yeah,
before.
they're like $60, I think, on Amazon. And then that monitor, he's not selling you the monitor. You have to get that on your own.
Source your own monitor.
And you have to make sure it fits and all that. And then there's no marquee with it. So like what you're seeing there, you're not going to get anything in there. And then, so it's really build your own completely from scratch. All you're getting is the wood.
Build your own completely from scratch. You're on your own, bud.
Yeah.
Wait,
but this was sold as like the next big thing in home arcade.
This is the next big thing. This here is the next big thing. This was going to revolutionize home arcade. Not this. A completely finished arcade that can play literally thousands of games. You pull it out of the box, has probably the best controls that will come stock on any arcade you buy. Not this, but this. This is the Revolution.
Yeah, that's it right there.
This is the one that we need. What did
Now,
you call it? What'd you call this one?
This,
the coffin?
If you're negative at all
the
against
box?
this, right? You're going to get basically people are going to treat you very badly. So it's either you go along with everyone else and you say this is great. I mean, look at it. Is this great? You have to say it's great.
For a do-it-yourself project. Yes, it's great. I couldn't build something like that.
Let's say this costs $600. This right here is $1,000.
Now,
this is $600.
Wait
a minute. Let me speak. This comes with a marquee, monitors, fully finished black artwork, which you could turn into anything. Probably the best controllers you can get, because that's what Glenn's known for, is making controllers. He even gives you the option to have it has a rotating screen. Yeah, with the Viper. I mean, how many games can you put on the Viper, Nix? Me and Nix, we're in a unique situation. We both own the Viper boards. Yeah, I mean, you can play pretty much almost all of MAME. So any kind of Golden Age arcade game, you're going to be able to play straight out the box. So, I mean, I think it should be brought up that the cost difference is not that gigantic.
I think I'm looking at like a Craigslist ad, and then I'm looking at a brand new, like, complete arcade, like full-size arcade.
Well, that's the talking point. Like that other picture is something like somebody's making a cabinet for themselves, that do-it-yourself. That's what that is, and this is something, pre-made,
ready to go. You basically build it,
just like the iArcade.
Download arcade, and then you can get thousands of games on it. So, like, it's just two totally different things, right?
Yeah. It's apples and oranges.
Apples and oranges. Okay, so I feel like we've done pretty good. We've covered pretty much the whole arcade spectrum. It's pretty exciting.
It's hard to compare the two. They're not even really
comparable. Apples and oranges.
I don't.
Yeah. They are comparable because they're both arcade cabinets that are coming out right now. That's totally 100% comparable. This is what's coming out right now. These are the next two things that the arcade community will see.
Unfortunately, I think to a lot of the community, they feel like these are equal.
They're
they
not.
Feel like these are the same thing, and you can't criticize either one of them.
No, they offer different things in functionality. That thing right there just looks like it's just a USB deck, and you can play Nintendo games on it.
Look at the coin door on this one. Look at the coin door on this one. Then look at the coin door on the FU. That's a real arcade. That's 100% an arcade coin door.
I'm not 100% sure you get the coin door.
You don't get the coin door?
I don't know. Can anyone confirm that?
I'm not sure.
With who? G.I. Joel's?
Yeah. Do you get the coin door?
I don't know. I'm not like in the market for.
I don't think you would, because you're not getting the game deck, you're not getting the monitor, you're not getting the marquee. You're not getting a board with it. So I don't know if you would get the coin door. Maybe you do though.
I don't have.
So is he just selling like a kit, like just the wood?
G.I. Joel's.
I think it may just be the wood.
I have respect for G.I. Joel.
No control gate, no coin door, just the wood framing. That's what he's selling. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, just the wood.
Just the framing?
Yeah. That's why I've been calling it.
There could be a market for people that are do-it-yourselves that would just want a frame, right? And to be able to make it their own. There's a market for that. Like I said, apples and oranges.
One.
This is something pre-made, like ready to go right out the box, this thing.
Well, I just wanted to show them side by side, but it's not going to be dirt cheap. We're not talking like $200 or $300. We're talking like $500 or $600, probably $500. Half the cost of the FU is without controls, without a monitor, without any art at all. I mean, we're talking pure wood.
Yeah.
Right. So it's comparable. Let's take a look at Glenn's FU launch right here.
This thing is badass. Like, it's got a 19-inch screen on
that rotates.
That rotates automatically with the push of a button.
Horizontal or vertical screen. The early bird special is the one I'm excited for. $9.99.
Yeah, that's the one to go with right there. That one's the one he's selling at pretty much cost. He's not making
the arcade gold cost. It was up. It was just under that.
And
Like,
that's
you
the
spend
one
a
that's
little
got
bit more,
the
like, and you're
automatic
getting
screen
this
rotation.
rotating screen. Arcade didn't do that.
Yeah,
And you're
this
getting the full arcade deck. You're getting
and
like the trackball. You're getting the spinners. You're getting the quality
four-way to eight-way rotating locks. So like when you play Pac-Man, you can have perfect controls. I mean, this is a sweet deal. Like if I didn't have like rooms full of multicades, I would have to have this. I mean, I have so many multicades already, but this is for someone that doesn't have one. This is a fantastic deal. Look at all you get. And then,
this is an amazing package. Like that $9.99.
The $9.99
on that.
I
Like,
mean,
you're missing out big time because he says the prices are just going to go up after that.
Here's the thing, too. It doesn't have artwork, but it is finished with all complete black vinyl, where it's all black. So, like, if you do want to put artwork on it, it's easy peasy because it's pretty much fully finished. You just cover it up.
Yeah, put whatever you want on it.
But if you don't want to do it, you also have the option of having it look fine until you put your artwork on there.
Just think a Build-A-Cade. You know, the
it's
little
like a
miniature
Build-A-Cade, just a gigantic Build-A-Cade.
Yeah.
Most of those 90s games, they just put a marquee on anyway. And
They do.
had, like,
Most of them were kits. Most of the 90s ones were kits. Then here's the $1,200 one. The difference, this one has the big monitor. It has the 26-inch Unico monitor.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a huge monitor. I mean that's pretty
bucks,
exciting.
that's not bad.
$1,200.
The only problem with that one is that one's not automatic. I think you have to manual adjustment of the monitor.
But
so
because of the size of it, Biggie D, because it's so big, you're still going to get a really great big picture because the monitor is so much bigger.
Make it vertical also.
Yeah, and you can rotate it if you want to.
That's going to be interesting how that rotates.
Yeah,
I would just leave it in vertical most of the time.
Yeah,
26 inches is huge. So
26 is a huge monitor.
Yeah.
You know, even if you have it horizontal, your vertical is still going to probably be at least as big as a 19-inch regular on a vertical. So, but I like that option. That's a really sweet deal. So these two deals are really hot. I think that's pretty awesome. And then he's got other things you can get. Now, if you miss out on the early bird special here for $9.99 or $1,200, they have the regular cost ones, which is
now I think the key too is like you get to put in your own decks. You have like multiple swappable decks, like driving steering wheels. You have flight sticks.
I see.
We gotta get to the turbo pack or whatever.
I'm sorry. So I just want to go over it. It's $9.99, and then
that's the starting point.
The starting point. The bigger one's $1,200. Then if you don't get the early bird, it's $1,400. They have this bad man pajama called the Mega Pack. It comes with all these controllers. Look at that.
Yeah.
You get the Donkey
Atari
Kong
Warriors
hood,
controllers,
steering wheels, flight yoke. I mean, this would be all the arcade stuff you'd ever need. A big trackball for playing Missile Command and Centipede. Rotating joysticks, rotary sticks for all those rotary joystick games. A Tron stick. This thing has everything in the kitchen sink. $1,800 out the door.
That's the way to play those games.
And then that's the one with the rotating screen. And then if you want it with the gigantic monitor, $2,000. But look how much stuff you get. I mean, this is like a lot of stuff. I mean,
think it's awesome how he has these just swappable, where you can just take them in and out quickly.
You just unplug it's USB, right?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, you have to pay $200 to ship this.
That's not that bad though. For
no,
something
it's pretty
as heavy as
good.
an
I just
arcade.
let
I mean, that's
know.
not bad.
Yeah, that's like that.
It's
He's
still
losing money
price.
on that.
He's not making money. That shipping's got to be prorated because you know what's funny? I shipped a Numbskull Pac-Man, and it cost me like $85. Just a Numbskull Pac-Man to ship it across country, and that's the slowest shipping, at the cheapest price from the Postal Service. So believe me, $200 is reasonable. You know,
and there's going to be a whole community of people that can show you how to build these. Get like tons of games, all the best games for this. So it'll be great.
Yeah, it is really good for $1,000.
And you know, I play a lot of the arcade games. We do our weekly tournaments. I play a lot of the arcade. Sometimes I'll play them on the Viper. I mean, it works great. There's no problems with it for playing our classic arcade games. It's a good system. You can play pretty much all the MAME with it. And it's going to come with that right out the box. Mm-hmm. So this is a ready-to-go, kick-ass multicade. I think I'm pretty stoked for it. I mean, like I said, my main thing is space. Like, I have so many multicades. Like, right now, I'd have to get rid of
I
one
wonder if
and
there's
replace it
other
with
things
this.
you
You
can do
know.
with it too.
Yeah,
Here's some of the
you'll be
features.
able to play pinball on it too. I think there's one with pinball buttons.
I wonder if you can use a Wingman converter for those peripherals. And maybe
68 inches
hook up
tall.
like your PC to it. Right?
It's got a real coin door.
And use all the controls.
Storage
USB.
compartment underneath.
Yeah, this is a full-size cabinet too.
This is a full-size arcade. Yeah, I have one. I already have one full-size arcade cabinet. This one has a 26-inch monitor showing that. There's a hood you can buy where, like, if you want it to look like a Donkey Kong or a Nintendo cabinet, you slap a little artwork there on the side, get you some blue vinyl, get you a Donkey Kong sticker, boom, you're done. You have Donkey Kong, you know, maybe a little bezel artwork. Pretty sweet.
And the customization and everything you can do to like the software side of things.
This is a modder's dream. Like, this is made, like, if you do want to mod it to be a specific machine, this is a modder's dream. Easy to, everything on this is kept open so you can mod it to be whatever you want it to be. But anyway, I wanted to make sure we covered it. I'm pretty excited for it. I don't know right off the gate if I'm going to be in the market for one of these, just because I have so many ways to play arcade games right now. But I do think it looks fantastic. I mean, what are your overall opinions, just based upon first opinion? We'll start with Biggie. What's your first opinion of all this?
I think this is incredible. We live in a great time because we're about to get probably one of the best home arcade products ever put out. I think this is Glenn's like lifelong mission was to make something like this, and it's finally happening. So this has been going on, something he's been working on for like a decade or more. And after all his hard work, that's finally paying off. And it's really just like a tribute to the community and us as gamers. He just wants to make this an easy, affordable purchase. He's not trying. He just wants to make it accessible to as many people as he can.
Accessibility, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait to get my hands on one of these. I've already thought that what I'm going to probably do is sell my AtGames Legends Ultimate here over the next couple of weeks, so I can make room for this new one.
Okay, what do you think, Steps?
I think that it's going to be the highest quality thing you could get on the market. I don't see why anybody would start buying basic fun stuff versus this.
Yeah. For $600 or $700, if this is $1,000, that's $700. That's not that big of a jump.
There's a reason why I put more money into Glenn's Retro Show products than I did my iArcade, because I wanted to have the most out of my iArcade since I still had it. It's nice. I have a lot of the features that these cabinets would have. It's not the full gauntlet that he's offering, but I'm very happy to have them. And I think if you don't have them yet, this is your entry point, and this is the cheapest it's going to be. And I probably would go with the 26-inch screen if I was getting it.
Go for the big screen, for $200
yeah,
more.
I would, unless you want if you're gonna play a lot of like vertical games, maybe the rotating screen is more valuable to you. But the 26-inch screen
works out to be about the same, because even if you don't rotate it, you have the same real estate when you play a vertical game. If you don't rotate it, it's as big as the 19-inch screen. What do you think, Nix? Let's hear from you. Give you a moment to speak.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Like, for a couple $100 more off for what the competitors are offering, and you're getting a rotating screen, you're getting all these bells and whistles. It's worth the price of admission. So definitely, it's
no doubt about it. It's worth.
Welcome to the stream, Ray. Welcome to the stream, Ojib. Welcome to the stream,
I was in the
Dr.
market
Torque.
for an arcade machine, because I definitely would put my money down. But I wish him all the best with the success of this cabinet. Absolutely.
And you do have a Viper right now. You have a Viper arcade that you play games on.
Arcade, absolutely.
So you have firsthand knowledge of the Viper system and the arcade that this machine's going to be running. So do I. I have one.
And the control deck and the controls, top notch. Love it.
Yeah.
I know Glenn was also saying he's working on like an online multiplayer. As well, where like this could potentially have like an online community, people playing online.
This does. The Viper does.
Yes. First of all, I have to disclose, Glenn has been on my show. Glenn does send me chats occasionally telling me all about his products. So I do know Glenn. I do like Glenn. I consider him a friend. So let me disclose. But definitely if you're in if you're in the market for a multicade, you probably couldn't do much better. And this is a fantastic multicade. And I've heard a lot of talk about comparing this to the ALU. It doesn't really compare to that because the ALU is a lot cheaper.
Papa Brad, I also have the same conversations with Glenn, and he does send me information.
Yeah, I mean, I got to disclose that Glenn's just a good guy. He's been on my shows.
Unless he sends you something, right?
Yeah, he's never sent me anything for free, but I do know him. He has been on my show before, and
that's if I want something of value.
Yeah, he's never sent me anything of value, but I would almost rather buy it because he's a small business. He's not a big corporation or anything. He's just a small businessman. I'd rather buy my products from Glenn personally, but
yeah, they're so dirt cheap as it is, and
he already doesn't
not trying to make.
He's not greedy,
he sells.
He's not greedy, and but going back to what I was saying, I think this doesn't really compete with the ALU. I hear that a lot. The ALU is still going to be way, way cheaper. It's like half the price.
Yeah.
So if you want a good multicade that's a lot cheaper, I would say go with like the Sam's ALU. Very expandable, very well developed. It's kind of it's a super developed at this point. The ALU is about as far as they're going to be able to take it. They have all the games that they know will work on it working.
Yeah, my only concern with this is it is a pretty deep cabinet. So,
it's a full size. It's big. It'll be big and heavy.
A lot of room for this.
And it's heavy too. Like I just moved my arcade I was seeing stars just to move it from one part of my house to another. So, but it's a plus and a minus, right, Biggie D? Because when you're playing it, it's not going to move. It's not going to shake. It's not going to shimmy. It's a real arcade cabinet, and there's something great about that. The only thing that's not great about it is moving it. But once it's in place, you're set. So,
well, a lot of us don't own like a full size cabinet yet, so I see a lot of people buying this also because it'll be their first full size.
Like I said, I don't really see this as competition for the ALU because the ALU is half the price. This is really the competition with the custom multicade. Now, when you buy a custom,
really half the price. How much is the Legends Ultimate?
$500. They just had them for $500 at Sam's. I mean, you know the deal. Biggie D, do you buy stuff at full price or you wait for it to go on sale?
Oh, I got my ALU, I think, for
$2.99. You always wait for the deals. This stuff all goes on sale. Just be patient, When they will come around, it'll go on sale. But I mean, they just had it on sale for $500 at Sam's Club. There will probably be another. Hopefully, there's another sale not too far down the road. But I'm saying the ALU to me is a much lower price point, so it's not really a direct competition. What this does directly compete with is high-end boutique arcades, custom arcade kits, and for that, this is like half the price of what most people will charge. Like go look at like the full arcade kits like this, and it's really cheap for what you're getting. But and that being said, I do love my ALU, but I mean this is a full size arcade.
How many LUs do you have now?
Yeah, imagine a 26.
I have 2 now. I had 3 steps. I had a problem. I had 3. I had 3 at one point. I'm down to 2 now. I only have 2 now. I cut down 1. But
imagine a 26-inch 4x3 monitor. That's super thin.
$550 at Sam's. There you go.
Yeah, it looks really good. So because it has the Unico monitor in it, so it's it's going to be like one of the sharpest, like best looking monitors. But it's also going to be in the original aspect ratio. So it's just going to be something brand new that just came out in that arcade. If you get the 26-inch for $1,200.
Welcome to the stream, Dark Death Rider TV. He played in our tournament. Good to see you. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Do you guys have an appreciation for the 4x3 aspect ratio, or do you care? Like, is a widescreen doesn't bother you?
I like the 4x3 for the classic arcade games. 100%. I like the 4x3. Biggie D. I'm all about 80s arcade games. That's my jam.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, I like the 4x3 is 100% what I want. I don't want the 16x9. Now, AtGames does a great job with their bezels and stuff. I mean, you can see behind me, I got the Seaquest, the 2600 game we're playing, and it looks gorgeous. So you can make a really good presentation with a 16x9 screen. But if I'm going high end, I want that nice 4x3 screen, or that rotating screen idea is great as well. But if I'm going high end, I'm talking $1,000+ right? But that's all I'm saying. I'm preaching, trying not to preach too much. But I am excited. Like you talk about these home arcades, I play them all the time.
Yeah, I
still feel like the ALU, as far as value wise, is one of the best deals.
Yeah, we're about to hit a major uptick in like home arcade news and products,
for sure,
and reviews and shilling and all
that.
Is going to be coming big time.
In full
Shilling's
effect.
back.
The shilling is back in town.
All over again. But we also have like Glenn's arcade coming out also, so it's like going to be overtime with all.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is coming out. It's going to be cool. So, but I'm excited about it, and of course, I want to see Glenn. I wish him nothing but success. He's a great guy. I've always only had good talks with Glenn. He's a good guy. So, that's the FU. That was our next topic.
Did you just call me FU, Papa Brian?
I said that was the FU arcade. I didn't say FU to you. Okay. So it might be that time, Steps.
Did you guys talk about the Switch 2 yet?
Oh my God! You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming, Biggie D. He's like, can I pull the bandit? Can I open up the can of worms? Biggie D's ready to open up the can.
I've been talking a lot this week about this Switch 2, and
tell me about the Switch. Okay, first
the release of it, and watch.
We're gonna give everyone just one sec. We'll give everyone 2 minutes to talk. Is it worth it? Is the Switch 2 worth it?
Exactly what it is. It's a Switch 2.0. That's what it is, and I don't think it's trying to be more than that. The only problem I think is it just like they shouldn't have made the games. It should have just still been Switch 1 games, I think. But they want to push you to buy a whole new lineup of new games, new systems. So I understand they want to make money, but I'm really unhappy with a few things. One, like the game, like the Mario Kart game, it didn't blow me away. Like initially, just looking at it, it looks just like the last one, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I watched some of the reviews on the game. It's more spread out, more wide open. So there's a lot of time just spent just driving. And I don't think a lot of people really enjoyed just that driving around part of Mario Kart. They enjoyed the action and the competition and all that. And they're saying there's just not enough of that in the new one. So, but they can improve that. It's just going to take time with updates and DLCs and things. But then I also don't like the price. I think it's expensive, $500 with the game. Then if you want to get the game separately, it's $80. Just really high prices. Also, I just don't think it was enough of an upgrade from the original Switch.
Good. 1 minute left.
Slight upgrades. And in some ways, they went backwards. Like the screen, even though it's a bigger screen, it doesn't look as good. So it's not an OLED. It's an LCD, 1080p, 120 hertz, which is like old technology, older than what's in the OLED, the newer model Switch 1. So they kind of went backwards in certain areas. So I'm going to hold off. I don't want to get it until probably a year or two from now when the OLED model comes out on like a Black Friday deal. It comes with like a free game. I'll probably get it for $400. I have a better screen and hopefully better controllers. Because I hear the controllers that it came with too.
I'm going to ask StepsGaming, who just got a Switch 2. Is the Switch 2 worth it? Going to StepsGaming.
Well, as much as I'm going to play it, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spent most of my time gaming on I had a Switch OLED, and I was gaming on the Switch OLED more so than anything else. So for me, I'm like, I might as well just get it. And if I want to get it, if they come out with a new version later, which they will, I could evaluate whether or not I need it. The screen is bigger than the OLED. It's 7.9. It's about 8 inches. The OLED was 7. I gave my OLED to my daughter. I thought I was really gonna miss that OLED screen. I did. I don't. I really don't. I think this screen looks a lot better than the original Switch screen, and it looked gorgeous to me. Is the OLED look a little bit better? Maybe, but it hasn't really affected me surprisingly, and I really thought it would. I think I could tell this has a lot more power. I think that when I stream in 1080p, it probably doesn't do it justice. But I need to get a 4K capture card. You know what I mean? I know Brooklyn was telling me to change all these settings and hook it up to my 4K TV, which I haven't. I have it up to my computer, to be straight with you.
So just to summarize, is it worth it for you? It's a yes. Is it worth? Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
As much as I'm gonna play it, yes, it's totally worth it. It takes all of my original Switch games, so I could keep that library of games, and I could get the new games, and I could play some more advanced games. Like finally, Final Fantasy VII Remake had come to the Switch, which is great. I could play that and have the perk of that. Now, I don't have a PS5, so I'm not gonna get a PS5. So this
you don't have a
PS5 works for me.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go to the next person. Excellent job, Steps. You used all your time. It's now time to give Nix the stage uninterrupted. Is the Switch 2 worth it? You got 2 minutes to state your case. Is it worth it or not?
At its current price point, no, because it's old technology. It's basically a PS4 handheld. And remembering what the PS4 cost back in 2014 at $400 Canadian. I don't. How do you resell old technology for pretty much $800 after taxes up here in Canada? It blows my mind. And also the fact that now with the game developers that had their titles back on the PS4 back in the day, like Cyberpunk and a few others, now they're putting these titles over to the Switch 2 and reselling them at full price.
I know. These games have been out forever.
Yeah, these games have been strictly discounted. So, and so, you know what I mean. So it's going to be setting different price points in the gaming markets. And really, is Sony going to follow suit in Xbox? Are they going to jack their prices up, or are they going to be competitive and stay low? But then the game developers release on different platforms. Like, how is all that going to work, right? Nintendo's going to start getting all these same titles that friggin' Sony and Xbox have, and then Xbox and PlayStation will put them on sale, Steam will put them on sale, and Nintendo usually doesn't put their stuff on sale. So how's all that stuff going to work? It's not really going to incentivize me to play it on that platform. Essentially, is what I'm getting at on a Switch. So I'd rather go play it on another platform and pay cheaper price for the game. Right, and use a more powerful hardware to do so, like the PS5 or a high-end PC.
Is this making games more accessible or less accessible for the average person?
I believe it's going to make it less accessible for people that are under the age of 30 that don't have established jobs and careers yet. Right, they're not going to be able to buy these systems because they're just starting out and paying rent and stuff like that. So that's the generation that is going to start carrying you through and into the future. They need to have stuff to play on. And
Brooklyn says he got the free Zelda upgrades, but like I watched people playing the 2, and they said they couldn't notice any difference. They said there's some upgrade to the Zelda games, and they're like, "Oh, we're giving it to you for free," but there was like no difference.
From what I heard, you had to have their subscription service. If you have their subscription service, it's free.
So you have to pay for the subscription.
So you're paying for the subscription service, and you get the upgrades. Yeah,
but most people are paying for that subscription anyway. Okay. Like I've got a subscription, right, just for the Nintendo Online. So if I were to buy a Switch One, I would be able to pay, nothing to upgrade as well.
Online Plus, is it called Online Plus? Brooklyn says it's called Online Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have that,
you get all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. All the access to the online.
But the games that they
stuff.
say look better don't look better. Like the new Breath of the Wild, the new Tears of the Kingdom, it's like the exact same game.
Same games.
No, it's better.
Same games.
No, I've seen them back to back. There's streams that show like each
There's
of them
subtleties.
next to each other, and you could see
Nothing's
the difference.
for free.
Not that I care about that, because I don't. I care about the games I'm playing, but I have seen an improvement. But
would it be comparable to a PlayStation, let's say 4 to 4 Pro, like that sidestep? Because I don't
think it's that big of a jump. No.
Like there wasn't because I remember playing GTA 5 on the 4, the 4 and then the 4 Pro. There was a little bit of subtlety, but not much of a big difference in graphical leap from the half step. So I think is that what people think they're seeing is like it's that kind of distinction. It's not very subtle half step with this upgrade to that Zelda pack. That's kind of So it's just like, do we wait for the next iteration of the Switch 2 with the OLED screen, and maybe they come out with another half step, like it's a Switch 2.5 and it has better hardware, chips are set in it and stuff like that down the road 3 years.
And they'll give you whatever games coming out at that time, next year, a year from now. Maybe a new Mario.
To be able to play some of these, like let's say they've already got Grand Theft Auto on the Switch. You can buy.
I'm sorry, we have to cut you off. Ray says you went over your 2 minutes, Nix.
GTA 6.
That's it. You went over the 2 minutes. We got to cut you off. You're cut off, bud. What does Papa Brad think? Well, Papa Brad's a retro gamer. Like for me, there's a few things I don't like, and actually, Dark Death Rider TV hit the nail on the head for me. Is that you don't own anything. You don't own the games. Nothing on this do you own. And so I'm not really a fan of that. I like physical media. And the fact also they can just instantly brick your Nintendo at any moment's notice if they think you're doing some kind of mod to it. Not a fan of that. But basically, I play mostly retro games and arcade games. So I'm more like, I like playing these multicades. So like, I don't really feel like I need more games at this moment. But if this is your jam, like I know you love these games, Steps, I'm happy that you got it. But it's not my jam, right?
Yeah, and when I was in your chat, Steps, last night, I wasn't saying that to you. I was just saying that to everyone watching.
Well, the thing was, like, if you said it, like, in my stream today, it was different because I'm, like, having a talk format. Like, when I was streaming the other day, I was like, that's the moment I got it. I'm actually just here enjoying this game. And
you should put a disclaimer on your stream that said no negative talk about.
I'm not going to get into this with you, Biggie B. I could get into a fight with you right now, and I'm not going to do it.
We could all try not to rain on each other's parades, right? So, I mean, I'm glad for the people that are happy that have it.
But no, I'm sorry for even messing with you. I didn't know it was that important to you the first night playing it. So.
I haven't bought like a console on the release date since the original Switch, and I don't know. It's to me it was a big deal to get one.
That new console standing alone.
Yeah, like I could tell from your trip to Universal, you really enjoy like that whole Mario experience. So having the Switch 2 is part of that.
So we'll move on to the next topic. Next topic is Zen Studios and X Arcade join forces for VR pinball. There's a pinball upgrade kit coming for the X Arcade. I have pictures of it.
Woohoo.
Let me show my pictures real quick. If you don't know what we're talking about this mug right here. It's the X Arcade. You can play virtual pinball. You put a headset on, you play Pinball FX VR.
So good.
And it puts you right into the world of playing a pinball. It feels just like there's a pinball machine right in front of you. And their big announcement is they have a... you want to talk about this, Nix? I'll let you talk about it. Tell them what this is. We're looking at.
They're integrating an after-market. I guess that's the word I want to use here. A kit.
A pinball kit
afterwards. And from what I told, there's not going to be any like drilling and stuff required. It's just pretty easily assembled. That thing will just attach right on the bottom there, and everything will work. I think Bluetooth connectivity. It's going to have built-in haptics. You're going to be in the kit that you can install,
and you're going to be able to nudge
sound. Yeah,
you'll be able to nudge you'll be able to nudge the machine, the X Arcade. You'll nudge it, and it will actually nudge the pinball table. So that's pretty exciting. We just announced that.
Well, all these features work when you're not in VR, when you're just playing FX?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Like I said, this is all new uncharted water.
It's a pinball kit.
This will be interesting to see. That's actually a great question. Will it work outside of VR?
Yeah. Because a lot of people are using this, like Kevgret. He set his up with a monitor above his, and he plays virtual pinball that way too.
Yes, and if you are interested, I do have a discount code. If you use my link, you save 10% off. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get 10% off right from the get-go. So if you're interested in getting one of these X Arcades, use my link and get that free discount. Doesn't cost you anything. It also tells X Arcade, tells them you watch my content, and they like that. Every time that I get one of these, they know that someone's watching my content. It helps the channel out. So if you're getting one, use my link.
So do you think they're going to release a pinball edition version of this with everything already in and built, like you don't have to buy it separately?
They haven't said so yet, but it seems like they could, certainly, right? Because they'll have all the pieces to make it where it's pinball ready.
Like I said, I'll be interested to see all of it. That's just one thing we're seeing right now. I want to see the rest of the kit. And actually see how it's actually installed and how it's the finished product.
The pre-order's coming up, isn't it? Like next month?
This was the most asked things. Like the people asked for ability to nudge and a plunger and haptics, and they're giving us all three. So I think that's a good response to the communities. All the things that we asked for, the ability to nudge, the only thing that they can, like, I just had a friend of mine, he ordered one, and his machine actually got lost.
Oh, Mikey.
And this is like a 70-pound, heavy carton of stuff, and it just got lost. So, sometimes it seems like, now 2 of my friends have had their machines lost in the mail. Now, that's not X Arcade's fault, but maybe that would be one area of an improvement for X Arcade.
The sign of the times.
I think there's a lot of porch pirates. My wife put in a ring cam, a camera. I've never had a camera as a door. Do you have a doorbell camera, Biggie?
Every day.
Yeah, I have one.
So I was
thought
shocked,
everybody
but
had one.
Everyone has to get one almost, because my wife was like, "We're putting in a doorbell camera."
Even with a camera,
and
just run up and grab it. And
people will just steal stuff
off.
like. I don't. This case, I don't think it made it to the person. I think it was stolen before. He never even got to see it. It got stolen before that. But it's just a sign of the times, And I'm ready to talk a little bit about our tournaments, the things we have going on here at the Retro Legends Arcade. By the way, thank you to everyone that played.
Yeah, I didn't make it into the tournament this week, unfortunately. I didn't have time. Work was pretty busy.
That's fine. That's fine. It's just something we do for free and for fun. Just to enjoy competing against each other each week. It's not high stakes or anything. You've participated almost every week, so I'm going to give you a shout out, Biggie D. So let me pull up this. I got to share screen. And,
I'm going to have to just jump right into this next tournament, tonight. Because you can enter into the next week's tournament.
All the next pinball tables are in Pinball FX FR. Pinball FX VR. So
any platform.
What's the table this week?
I'm gonna get to that. This week we're playing
Champions
Pub and Knight Rider.
I like Champions Pub too. It's one of my favorite Williams.
It is a great table, and we're playing for arcade games. We're playing Donkey Kong Jr. and the classic Atari game Seaquest. This is going to be our lineup for this week. So you got a lot of great games coming into the arcade.
Oh man, the Donkey Kong Jr. That how competitive that's going to be.
Oh, I love Donkey Kong. I'm not good at it, but I do love playing it. So I'm excited this week. We're going to get to play it.
Just wait for Rexer to get in there. And
we'll talk about Rexer in a minute, but he's a very good. There we go. That's what I was looking for.
He's the ultimate Donkey Kong player.
He's the ultimate Donkey Kong player. But I just want to take a minute to tell everyone about the Retro Legends Arcades. What it is, it's a free leaderboard system. It costs nothing to put scores on this leaderboard. We pick 2 pinball machines, a classic arcade, and an Atari game each week, and we all compete all week long against it. Last week, we did these games. We did Xena, Warrior Princess Pinball. We did Shooting the Rapids
pinball
Deluxe.
Table, by the way.
We did Popeye. We had Mega Mania for our Atari game. Do you know we had the record amount of players? We had 27 players, Biggie D.
Wow.
27 players competing in all these great games.
This is only growing, and your channel and this Friday night show is only going to get bigger and bigger.
It's a lot of fun. I used to just pull names out of a cup because we had so few people. Now I have to use a giant wheel, Biggie D, because we got more people.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Who wouldn't want to be a part of this?
You can do this. Look at this. You can now all the arcade games we have played, you could still enter scores. Here's all the leaderboards. Look at all the great arcade games we've played.
You have to explain how easy it is to enter your score too, because everyone sees all these scores, they think it's confusing, but it's not.
No, you just pick up your phone. You you can enter any game and get into the leaderboard, and then you go to the game you want. You click on it and you type in your score. You're at your arcade or your virtual pinball machine, or even your console. You shoot a photograph of your score and put it on the leaderboard. It's that easy. There's nothing to it. But you can see, look how much stuff we've played. Biggie.
You do it all through the website.
You do it all through the iScored, which is the same system that a real arcade uses to when they have tournaments. This is the same system they use to put scores in. It's called iScored.
It's basically just plugging in your name, your score, and a photo, and that's all it is.
Yeah,
and it takes like 10 seconds.
And it's for fun, We're doing this, I mean, I'm a fan of like if it's serious, like if it's for all the marbles and you're competing, you compete one-on-one live. Okay, this is for fun. See if you can beat these scores. How do you stack up to the community? Links are in the description,
Yeah, you can just click that link. It'll take you directly to where you need to go.
But,
the score.
If there's a classic game you play a lot and you want to put in a score, that's fine. But the games that will be eligible, every week I give out a prize, and we're going to spin a wheel in a minute, and we're going to give out a prize to some lucky player. Only people
are you going to play DK Jr. this week?
She said she was going to play it tonight. Yeah, she's going to play it.
I have it up right now.
Oh, perfect. Great. It's an awesome arcade game.
I got it on my Switch too.
Oh, nice. So you can play it on there.
I just got it for $7.
Oh, nice.
Version. Yeah.
What do you get for $7?
You get the arcade game.
Just the one game, Donkey Kong Jr.?
That's a great game. That's an arcade game, though.
What other arcade games do they have?
Well, you could get all sorts of arcade games on there. It's like the arcade, whatever they
Nintendo
Legacy
arcade games.
You could get Nintendo. You could get Capcom and all of them. You could buy them separately.
People, wow, this is crazy. Look at the people.
I didn't know that. I thought you had
the Xena players. Look at them all.
When Papa Brad had that, I bought it on Switch.
It's
easier for me.
Let me get through the shout-outs real quick. Mad Ben Hand, first place. This is for Xena. NixReviews, second. Shalada Love, third. Rich Mix, Sacro, Ballydurn, Kevgret, Wyo, Papa Brad, Mikey Yoon, G4 Sky, Retrotech X, Herb Wars, Ace, and Rainwater all played Xena. Good job. Number one score for Shooting the Rapids, Zacharia Table, Mad Ben Hand, Shalada Love, Wyo. And by the way, Mad Ben Hand's playing on the AtGames Pinball. I just want to point that out because it's a little harder than VR. The AtGames Pinball is a little bit harder. Shalada Love, Wyo, Papa Brad's Gaming, Jabba. Jabba's great. He's new to the tournament. He plays virtual pinball. Ballydurn, Sacro, Ace, Retrotech X, T. McCloskey, Dark Death Rider TV. He was in the chat. NixReviews for Popeye. Popeye, man, I thought I had Popeye. I was like, there's no way anyone's going to match my... I did 4 loops of screens, 4 runs.
How does NixReviews always get the highest score on these games?
Have you ever watched him play? Just watch any of the videos. Like, I would say go to his channel, NixReviews.
These old games, it's
they're pattern based.
Some of the patterns.
Yeah.
Are you playing it on your iArcade?
Yeah, a 4-way gate.
Oh, with the 4-way gate.
Yeah, 4-way gate. You have to play.
And all these games, they have tricks. Like in this game, Popeye, I always point press when I get to the 4th stage with the vultures. Each time you punch a vulture, that's 1,000 points. So you might be able to make 10,000 points each time you get to that level, just punching the vulture every time he comes by you. So there's a lot of tricks to it, but we have people playing. You can play on any platform. We don't care what platform. Just drop a score. This is all for fun. And, we had a lot of people playing. It was fun.
Score.
Yeah, Kevgret 37. Look at that, 37,610. So,
T. McCloskey 34.
Yeah, House of Hounds, Jabba, Ichabod Crane, Ace, Rainwater.
Oh, Ichabod's still around? I haven't seen him in a while.
We do ATARI games. This is growing, but Atari is my jam. But we have NixReviews, Herb Wars,
got 100K, man.
Papa Brad, House of Hounds. Mega Mania was like a space shooter. This week's is really cool. We're doing Seaquest this week, which is really a fun game.
That's a great game, Mega Mania.
So, anyway.
But yeah, these are great tables this week. I'm really like the Champions Pub because that, like, for a virtual pinball table, that's a really good one to play.
That is a fun one. That is definitely a fun game.
And then I'm not a huge fan of Knight Rider. Are you guys?
I actually like Knight Rider. I like all these these games we're playing are fun.
I don't have a lot of time with Knight Rider though, so maybe I just need more time with it.
Yeah, I didn't like Xena, but when I played it for a week, I really fell in love with it. I got to learn the table better, and now I have a whole new appreciation for it. And we're going to do a quick little segment about each game, and I'm going to start by just mentioning this. Jogging shorts, spaghetti straps, and ice cream, and a Chevy. I'm not old-fashioned. I'm just from a time when everything was better. Of course, I'm talking about the 70s.
Where's the now picture, Papa Brad?
We're talking about... We're going to start off by talking about a great Atari game. And I'm going to let NixReview introduce this game, and we're going to watch a quick little clip from him. NixReviews, tell us all about Seaquest.
Oh, absolutely. Seaquest is an amazing adventure on the Atari 2600, where you have to rescue your scuba divers in the deep sea from sharks and enemy subs. So you have to go down and collect them all, and that's the whole objective, is to collect them. You have a limited amount of oxygen, and you just have to rise to the surface and get points. And you maximize your points by filling your vessel before going up to the surface. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great shooter, and it ramps up in difficulty every level of play, and it really challenges your reflexes.
We're going to watch a quick commercial, then we're going to watch a quick clip of you playing Seaquest so people can see what this Atari game looks like.
Absolutely.
This is a commercial from the Atari Activision Seaquest.
What hardware are you playing this on?
I'm going to play it probably on my original... I have a 7800 Plus. I'm probably going to play the original cartridge, but it also is available on the Activision pack on AtGames ALU. This game is everywhere. It's one of the most common Activision games. Anywhere. You can play it on an Ambernick. This little machine here,
Ambernick,
this Ambernick plays it great right here. Play it on an Ambernick. And just shoot a picture of it when you're done.
Doesn't matter where you play it on your cell phone.
You can play it probably on your cell phone. And we don't care. However you want to play, it's fine. So let's watch Seaquest. Here we go.
Neptune challenges you to Seaquest by Activision. With the Atari 2600, behold, Seaquest. Your submarine must help stranded divers escape hungry sharks. Foolish mortals. Check your air supply and beware. Evil pirates abound. I think I hear your tiny divers calling out to you. Help. Help. Seaquest. Steve Cartwright does it again for Activision.
We are playing Seaquest from Atari Activision. Oh, 2600. Oh, you remember back in the day, that system. I tell you guys, that was like the first system I ever played on, I tell you. And I tell you, it brings back so many memories playing this game. And yeah, I was 4 years old when I got my first Atari. And I got a collection of like 50 games, and this was one of the games that was on it. And I remember playing the hell out of this when I was a child, and I still love like it my to this top. day. Been playing my favorite Atari game. This and River Raid, top two. Seaquest. Atari 2600 of all time.
Oh,
Yeah, I had Miss Pac-Man too. I preferred Miss Pac-Man definitely over the original Pac-Man, for sure. I remember I had one of my other favorite games I played a bit was there's like this pinball game, Midnight Magic, I think it was called. That was fun to play. Crystal Castles, Frogger, obviously, Frogs and Flies. What is it, Meteor Mania? That was a good one. Spider Fighter. That was also a good one.
All right. Awesome job, Nix.
Well, thank you.
We got to see the table. I'm going to do a quick spotlight right now. Papa Brad's going to take over for a minute. I'm going to do a quick spotlight. I'm going to show a little bit of Knight Rider Pinball if you haven't seen it before.
Knight Rider. A shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. Michael Knight, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, helpless, the powerless. In a world of criminals who operate above the law. If you choose. I will enter that information in my database.
Knight Rider Pinball. As a child of the 80s, diving into the Knight Rider table was like hopping into Kit and cruising down memory lane. The design beautifully captures the essence of the show, the flashing lights, pulsating sound effects, and Michael Knight's iconic voice guiding you through the gameplay. The missions are cleverly integrated, mirroring Michael's adventures as he fights crime with his high-tech car. From turbo boost to showdowns with villains, every moment feels like an episode of the classic series. The table mechanics are smooth, with satisfying ramps and loops that keep the action fast-paced and engaging. Whether you're a fan of the show or just love a good pinball challenge, Knight Rider delivers in spades.
Michael, I just activated a life-saving mechanism for your safety. Auto cruise mode active. Michael, I cannot allow you to jeopardize your life. Let me know if you would like to take control. It appears to be a large... My goodness.
Playing itself.
Large isn't the word.
Auto cruise mode.
Goliath. My sensors detect that the vehicle in question is armored with my protective shell. The control is yours again. I believe it's time for a strategic withdrawal.
Not so fast. Just hang tight, kid.
Be careful, Michael. Michael, surely you're not planning to go nose to nose with the behemoth.
Kid? Okay, you alright?
That's crazy.
Michael, look what that behemoth did to me. May I suggest you
Arcade fans and pinball wizards, welcome back to Papa Brad's Game. Speed bag mini games built right. Okay, so anyway, that was Knight Rider. Let's talk a little bit. Can everyone
Did you see how much of the playfield was cut off by like just nothing in the game?
It plays really good. It's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
Do you have that one?
Like,
do you have the Universal Pack? You played Xena, huh? Do you have that one on VR? Because it's in the VR, a Universal Pack.
It must just be the AtGames that does that, but like the whole upper third of the playfield is just like.
Because on a cabinet, yeah. We're gonna watch some Champions Pub here. I'm gonna turn my sound off. This is the next table we're doing, the Champions Pub, just to show you what it looks like. This is a great table. It's got probably one of the best bash toys in all of pinball.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is like playing like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but
it is. There's the boxer in the middle, and this will be our pinball we're playing. We're playing this, and we're playing the Knight Rider pinball, which you just saw. So very easy. You just play the game. When you're finished, shoot a picture of your score.
Nick, do you understand this table well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what can you kind of give us a quick rundown of how to play this?
Next, give us some tips.
All right, so basically, you're training for your fight. So the fight doesn't start until you get your life meter up at the start of the table. So you'll start hitting lanes and ramps and going up to the jump rope mini games and the speed bag mini games to earn your health points up and the skill, and then you hit a lane and you'll start the fight, and then at that time the character will turn around and it'll start that mode, and you start shooting up and hitting the character for punches. But that's not how you beat them, because it's good for the first few fighters, but when you get deeper in the tougher fighters, you want to go for the knockout, and that ends the round really quick. So if you see the two ramps on the left and right, those little loop ramps that come around, right?
Uh-huh.
They hook around. Yeah, where the pink with the fist, those 2 lanes, right? You want to hit them alternately, right? They'll light up a little yellow light that's just down below the 3rd light down on each side. Yeah, it's right there. You see it. So then you have to shoot it, and then once it says knockout's ready, then one shot up there, boom, knocks your opponent out, and you get credit for the KO, and you get extra points.
I'd like to point out that House of Hounds has a great tutorial on the Champions Pub. So if you want to learn more about the game, and also NixReviews has a great tutorial on the Champions Pub.
Okay.
So stop by his channel, check out his tutorial.
I got 100 million on this my last time playing it.
Are you the #1 player in VR on this?
Yes, for VR, absolutely.
In VR, you are looking at the #1 player worldwide of Champions Pub, telling you about the table.
Wow.
That's pretty authentic. That's pretty authentic, Biggie D. We got the #1 player right here.
The number one player in the whole world.
In the world.
Here on the stream with us.
Retro Legends Arcade.
Telling us how to play the game that he's #1
at. This is the real machine. Look, Biggie D. Look how cool it looks in the real world.
Even the real machine.
There's my real machine.
One of the cool things I love
look how good they did.
When you ball launch, because you get a bonus when you hold the button down, you get to choose your bonus.
It's the crazy antics of this table, but I love
it.
So what I always like to do,
you just want to get in as many fights as you can, and you want to knock as many people out as you can.
One of the secrets is getting that door prize every ball launch, right? Because it starts modes. Like it might land on a mode where you shoot it into the leftmost target. And you start a mode, and you have chances to get extra balls and stuff. So that's another secret. That lane you just hit right there.
And I would definitely swing by NixReviews channel to check out all the strategy for that. I got one more thing I want to present. This is a friend of the channel. He's going to show us. We're playing Donkey Kong Jr. He's going to show us the kill screen for Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah, Rexer. Oh my God, this guy's a freaking legend.
This is insane.
Oh my God. I've never seen anybody play Donkey Kong like he does.
Let's watch a little bit of this. Want to watch Rexer play a little bit? I think it's at 1 minute and 21 seconds. Can y'all hear it okay?
I'm not on his level. This is God.
No, but this is like if you want to watch just to see how to play. Like if you watch his gameplay. He gets to the kill screen where the game actually runs. I guess it runs out of memory, and the game just abruptly ends. This is insane. Watch this. This is 1 minute and 21 seconds. This is the first level. The first type of screens you do are like this.
Yeah, I love this game.
I love this game. I'm not very good at it, but I do love playing it.
It reminds me of like the jump from Donkey Kong to this. Like this was right before the Nintendo came out, the NES.
That's right.
So this is like it's got some similarities, and like some things they took out of this, you'll see in Mario 2, like the Mario Brothers 2 on NES.
Mm-hmm. Can I make this bigger? What if I do that? Is that bigger? Is it bigger now, Biggie D?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Is that better? Okay.
Yep.
It's a hard game.
Look at the speed. Yeah, like the level he's on right now.
He is a very high level player. I mean, this is
look
incredible.
at that. Like you gotta be. Yeah, you can't miss an input there. Like, oh my gosh.
And he's playing on an actual Donkey Kong cabinet.
Oh my God, is he stuck? Oh my gosh.
He's waiting it out to try to get his little opening to get through there.
This is back before Nintendo got into home consoles, where the games were, competitive. They were trying to take your quarter.
Oh yeah, the arcade version is very difficult compared to the NES version.
Mm-hmm.
120.
I used to loop the NES version lots of times, just play it over and over,
But the cool thing is, I believe you have 4 different types of screens you play on, and so it has a lot of variation. Very colorful, very fun arcade game.
That's crazy. Oh my god, all those red enemies. Birds.
Yeah, I got to see what my high score is.
That's a fever dream right here.
Now, you play this with the 4-way?
Don't go down.
You would have to, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 8-way you'll miss inputs. Like when you get even not especially this one. Like inputs is timing is key.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? What do I do now?
Okay, he's about to get the kill. We're about to see the kill screen for Donkey Kong Jr. This was performed live by the Rexer Show. This is very high-level gaming.
Just don't die, right? Just sit here.
This is like a super achievement for Retro Gamer.
Well, I don't know. As soon as this game says I'm dead, right?
He knows he's going to die because he knows that the game will kill screen him any moment now.
I thought this was it.
It'll run out of memory, and he's just going to die for no reason. Watch.
There it is. Yes!
Kill screen.
Yes!
Donkey Kong Jr.
That's the way you do it, right there.
You beat all of it?
Yeah.
That's as far as you can go in the game. He actually...
Unintended. Get that monkey
But he got a lesser
off my
score,
back.
so I guess there's other things you can do in the game.
Yeah.
Get the monkey off his back.
That's crazy.
So there could be people that get the kill screen in our tournament this week.
Well, if Rexer plays, he could, but your average person can't do that. But I'm just showing a little bit of gameplay of Donkey Kong Jr. I would like to thank everyone for coming here tonight and doing the show. It's been a great show. Check out StepsGaming. Check out Biggie D's Arcade, a great channel. Check out NixReviews. And that's pretty much our show. I'm going to send us out.
Primarily subscribe to StepsGaming.
Primarily, yes.
It's all about the news.
So I actually don't need any subscribers, so you don't need to worry about subscribing to me. I got plenty of subscribers. I think I'm going to be fine.
Subscribe to
your show's all about the news. It's all about the games.
It's all about the fun.
And
I'm going to send us out with our Retro Babe of the Week, because we got to be done at exactly 2 hours. Retro Babe of the Week, we're going to go out with a bang. Here we go. Enjoy the Retro Babe of the Week, and that's the show. We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute left. We're going to spin this wheel. This has all the players that played in the tournament. Good luck, gamers. We had 28 players play this week. I'm going to spin it. We got to get out of here exactly 2 hours. The winner for this week will be
50 seconds. Sacro.
Sacro. I think didn't he win last week though? Let me see.
35
Yeah,
seconds.
I got to roll again. He just won.
Quickly.
Quickly, I got to go.
30
Gonna go. Am I gonna make it? How many seconds do I got, Nix?
25 seconds. It's like
Winner
G-Force guy.
is G-Force guy. Congratulations. Thank you so much for watching.
Woo!
Well, Papa Brad's a gay man. He's got passion in his soul.